After a breakup, most people know that they need to go into no contact, pull away, and avoid making common mistakes. But the question that I was recently asked is, how do you reconnect with an ex that you care about after no contact? And so I wanted to do a video to share with you the 7 best ways to reconnect with your ex via text message after no contact. How to break no contact via text message. The first type of message that you want to know about is the simple check-in. In most cases, going with a simple, straight, direct approach is the best way to reconnect with your ex. You don't want to overthink it. You don't want to be emotional. You don't want to come off as needy. You just want to reconnect with them. So an example of a text message that you could say is, "Hey, I've been thinking about you. How have you been?" Not overthinking it and reaching out to your significant other in a straightforward way, especially when the breakup ended on a positive or good note, is very solid. The question is, what are you going to do afterwards once they respond and reconnect? And for that, you must make sure that you have actually detached, grown, and changed, but you already know that if you are subscribed to my channel. The second type of message is one where you are expressing growth. These types of messages are especially helpful when you truly have changed, when you can look at yourself without judgment, but clearly see the path towards which an evolution was necessary and you acted on it. This type of message can look like this. "Hi, I've done a lot of thinking since we last spoke. I've grown and learned so much, and I'd love to catch up if you're open to it." So this will resonate if it's genuine, if it's organic, and if you actually have a lot to share with your significant other. The third type of message is the positive memory text. If and only if you have an organic opportunity to reconnect with your significant other, it can be good to send that positive memory text. We don't want to send this too quickly, otherwise it could come off as desperate and manipulative. But if it's organic and genuine, the odds are it will give you the response that you want. An example of such a text can be as follows. "Hi, I saw this and thought of you." Sending a picture of a show, a restaurant, an inside joke, basically tapping into that shared connection and chemistry and letting them know, "Saw this, thought of you, brought back some great memories. I hope that you're doing well." The fourth type of message is when you want to invite your ex to a meetup. This is especially effective when you're going to be close by exceptionally. If you are in a long distance relationship, you don't live in the same city or the same neighborhood, then you can reach out to them to suggest a meetup. And an example of a text can go as follows. "Hi, I'd love to grab a coffee and chat. I think it could be fun for both of us to connect and quickly catch up since I'm going to be in the area on Saturday. Let me know if you're up for it." The whole idea, again, is to open the door without putting too much pressure or expectation, and for your significant other to understand that there's no drama and that you're open to getting together to share a laugh. The fifth type of message that you can send to your significant other is in the context of offering support. When you know that your ex is going through a lot in their personal life, reaching out to them in a detached way, in a selfless way, with pure intention can be very helpful. An example of such a message is as follows. "Hi, I hope you're doing okay. I'm here if you ever want to talk or need someone to lean on. Take good care." The whole idea is to show empathy, to show support, and to acknowledge the fact that they are going through a lot. This can be especially powerful if you know that your ex has lost a parent or is really going through something with a family member, with work, or their career. The sixth type of text is the casual approach. This is especially helpful when things ended on relatively good terms, drama-free. And the whole idea is to reconnect in an easygoing way in order to get the conversation started again. An example of such text message can be as follows. "Hi, hey, just wanted to say hi and see how life is treating you. ? The whole idea is to make it simple and easy to start conversation up again, especially if you haven't talked for several weeks. Finally, the seventh type of text message that I wanted to share with you is the simple accountability text. When your ex felt unheard, or when you know that your ex is in need of validation. This is especially helpful in relationship where someone felt taken for granted or unseen. Message can look like this. Hi, I've had time to reflect on the role that I've played in our breakup, and I'd like to apologize. If you're open to it, I'd love to talk. So, as a rule of thumb, usually you don't want to talk about the past and you don't want to talk about the breakup. But when your ex is in need of validation, and if you have not truly, sincerely apologized, this can be very powerful. To conclude, I want to remind you that this isn't going to work in isolation. You need to have done the work. You need to have understood some things, and you need to have grown. Otherwise, it's manipulation and desperation, and it's not going to land well. So approach no contact as a mindset shifting exercise. Do the work, and then when it feels right, you can use one of these 7 types of text messages to reconnect with your ex. Don't overthink it. It's not that big of a deal. It's part of a bigger process of reconnecting with them. So no matter what happens, whether they reply or don't reply, you're going to learn, you're going to grow, and we're going to move forward together. I'd love to hear from you. If you've tried any of these 7 types of text messages after a no contact, how did it go? What did you learn? Share in the comment section below. Take good care, keep fighting the good fight, and see you soon for more awesome content.